Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's edition of the Blockchain Developer Weekly Digest, the show that keeps you up to date with everything that has happened in the blockchain development world. As usually, I'm your host George, and this week's edition I have news from the Eternity network, I have news from Truffle, and of course I have a very interesting overview of homomorphic encryption by Keep network. As you will see, this is not a super action-packed installment, but without any further ado, let's dive into the news. First piece of news comes from the Aeternity network, where the recent hard fork called Fortuna happened on 5th of June. The two major things that are coming with this hard fork are, first of all, generalized accounts, which pretty much means a mixture between a wallet and a method transaction smart contract. Pretty much, there is an additional two fields in the wallets of Eternity, in the accounts of Eternity, and in these two fields, you can specify the address of a contract that is going to authorize your transactions. So you can have a native functionality like meta transactions or like multi-signature, etc., etc. And the next major thing there is the preparation for virtual state channels. The next advancement of the state channels that are already present in the Eternity network. And while we are on the Eternity network, Forge AE, the deployment and development framework for Sophia language of Eternity, has a new version. In this new version, you pretty much are now able to write unit tests in Sophia language. So this is the major thing that is coming in this version of Forge AE. You can write your unit tests in Sophia language. This is super important because, as you probably know, Sophia is a functional language, and in functional language, sometimes you might want to pass, for example, functions as parameters to your functions, and things like this that are common for functional languages. So you're now going to be able to pass this in your unit tests and just test your functions that have parameters of functions. In addition, Forge AE has been divided to different packages. This is done in order to separate libraries from command line interface for better maintainability and better performance. And yeah, this was the news from Forge AE. Moving to Ethereum, Truffle, as usual, has a new version, 5.0.21. This is a very small version, which pretty much contains just a small fix. When there is a problem with the post-install script when Truffle is being installed, if there is an error, it's just going to gracefully ignore it and continue on without giving any trouble to the user. And because this has been such a small episode, I've decided to include for you a very interesting article. This article is the title of this article is Keeping Secret in Public Places. And it has to do with homomorphic encryption. I personally was not too aware of what homomorphic encryption is, so it's a nice overview of what this is, and I think you're going to find value in it. But if I have to give you a very brief spoiler, homomorphic encryption is pretty much such an encryption that allows computation to be done on the ciphertext, providing the same result as if the computation was done on the plain text. So how this is done and how you can use it in your blockchain applications, you can read in the article that I have linked under this video. So pretty much this was everything that I had to share with you this week. As usual, don't forget to like this video, to subscribe to the channel so that you can always view the latest news, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at gspasov. And with this, I bid you goodbye, and don't forget to just keep building. See ya!